They promoted it. One of their air personalities promoted to be there, and this is the kind of rhetoric that's being thrown out there. Here it is.
I'll tell you nothing. If you got kids in school, when you got them in college, get them the hell out of college. They're brainwashing. Burn the book.
They're brainwashing and burn the books. Do you think that there's brainwashing going on by the Obama administration?
I don't know whose brain this thing's being washed, but the fact of the matter is that's the kind of rhetoric and talk of book burning is that kind of boomerangs on you, doesn't it? I mean, you want to them. I mean, they want to burn the book. They don't want people to know the facts. I mean, look, you've got a group of people who are responding, as you say, to some of the far right wing radio talk show hosts, as well as some others. It is a group that is not plugged into the experiences of everyday Americans.
Let me ask you, Congressman, is there a proposal on the table that you know of that will raise the taxes of the American people right now? Is there?
As Obama said in the campaign, during the Bush years, people at the very highest income levels in this country got a break. Their tax rates went down by 4%, and he proposed during the campaign, in the interest of equity and making sure that we could provide tax relief to the broad middle America, that those who had done really well under the Bush go-go years would have to allow those tax cuts to expire. But I should point out, and maybe that those tax cuts under the Bush's own proposal in the Republican Congress expire on their own at the end of 2002. And so what the president has said is there's no reason to keep those going and continue to provide breaks for those at the very top. Let's make sure that working Americans get a break, and that's why 95% of working Americans in the last 3 to 4 months have gotten that break, and he has proposed, and his budget reflects this, unlike the Bush administration budget, making sure that we do not continue the alternative minimum tax. If that were to go into effect as the Republican budget reflected, 24 million Americans would have taken a bigger tax hit. Obama said, listen, we're not going to do that, and I'm going to present a budget that makes it clear that we're not going to allow the alternative minimum tax to spring back into effect and knock 24 million Americans. So that's why there's such a detachment from reality in this whole thing, is that people under the president's proposal, under the Obama's proposal, are seeing greater tax relief. The only people that will see some increase in the future are when the Bush tax cuts for the very wealthy expire at the end of 2010, that they will not be revived. But that's been the proposal that he has made. And there have been no tax increases whatsoever that have been enacted in the law since President Obama was sworn in. In fact, as I said...
Well, no, wait a minute. The cigarette tax has gone up, but that's for the S-chip.
Well, if that was the tobacco tax on tobacco companies has gone up.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. That is the only thing that has happened. So, and that was voted on by the Congress. So there haven't been any tax increases that have been voted on by the Congress since Obama has taken office, which I think is a pretty vital point to all of this. Chris Van Hollen, always a pleasure. Great to have you with us on the program, Congressman.
Good to be with you.
You bet. He's the chairman of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. 1-877-934-6833. Now, I got a couple of more psycho cuts I want to play for you here. Now, you just tell me if you think that this is where Americans, this is the majority of Americans. This is this 9/12 project. This moron gets up and he claims that the communists infiltrated our country in the 60s and Obama is just here to finish the job. Here it is.
Gentlemen over here will talk to you about how this happened overnight. This didn't happen overnight. In the early 50s, our country was infiltrated by the Communist Party. They infiltrated our school system, our higher education system, our government, and our businesses. This is a 50-year plan that's coming to culmination right now. This is not something that just happened because of Obama.
Yeah. He's just here to finish the job for George Soros. This is where this crowd is. They're psycho. Like I said, we're trying to do a 1-hour late-night psycho talk show. We're right back on the Ed Schultz Show. Your calls are next. I mean, if you're wealthy, and if you didn't do well during the Bush years, you're stupid. Ed Schultz. Okay? Because that outfit gave you every break in the book to get even richer and fatter.
This is the Ed Schultz Show. This is Seattle's Progressive Talk, AM 1090. Now